Hi, Jenny here. Today I am going to attempt to make my own homemade Snickers bars. I've been meaning to do this one for years, so today's the day. I found many recipes on how to make these, so we will try the recipe that I'm going to use and see how well this works. As per usual with all these homemade candy bars, it seems this one's going to take some time. There are 4 layers to this recipe, and each layer needs to be put into the refrigerator to set. So, in any case, let's try it out. So, let's get started. For this recipe, we are going to need a total of 2 1/4 cups of chocolate chips, 3/4 cup of peanut butter, 1/4 cup of butter, 1 cup of sugar, 7 ounces of marshmallow fluff, 1/4 cup of evaporated milk, teaspoon of vanilla, 1 cup of peanuts, roughly chopped, 14 ounces of caramels. These come in 11-ounce bags, so I have 2 of them, and 1/4 cup of whipping cream. The first step is to line a 9x13 pan with either wax paper or parchment paper. Seeing as it's not going into the oven, it doesn't have to be parchment paper. But I don't know about you guys, this is a difficult step for me. Trying to get this in here all nice and flat, and it's all just kind of crinkly and whatever. I poked a little hole in this one, so be it. It'll be all right. So in any case, yeah, put that in there. I tried turning it upside down and trying to do the form-fitting thing. That doesn't work real well with this either. Probably would work well with aluminum foil, but so we'll line that, put that aside. And then our peanut butter is going to be used in 3 different layers. So we are going to mix our 1/4 cup of peanut butter with 1 1/4 cups of chocolate chips and melt that in the microwave. And then we are going to pour that in our pan for our base layer. Deciding to go with just the cup measuring cup for doing peanut butter today as opposed to my push cup. We'll see how this goes. I did notice that my Amazon links are no longer working. You're supposed to have like 3 sales over the course of like 4 months or something on your links. I guess I didn't have that, so then they take it away, so I have to reapply. But in any case, you can still look the items up yourself if you're interested in things. I'll try to get my Amazon link back. We are going to start off at 1 minute on 50% power, and then 30 seconds after that to make sure until this is nice and smooth. Those aren't melted at all. There we go. So 1.5 minutes. That did it in my microwave anyways. Sometimes you'll have a little bit of chunks of the chocolate in there, but the residual heat from the rest of the chocolate as you're mixing it in will help melt those couple chunks. But if for the most part 3/4 of it is melted, then you're good. Then just keep stirring. Butter and chocolate, yummy! Alright, so that is all nice and smoothly mixed. So we will pour this, as I said, as our bottom layer and then put it in the refrigerator for about half an hour to set. We will now melt our butter in a medium pan on the stove. And then we will add our evaporated milk and sugar, bring that to a boil, and then stir that for about 5 minutes. Once that 5 minutes is up, we are going to add in our another quarter cup of peanut butter and the marshmallow fluff and the vanilla, and then just mix until that's all well mixed together. I'm going to turn off the heat at this point, seeing as it's pretty well mixed together. And then we just need to fold our 1 cup of peanuts in. Alright, I pulled the chocolate layer out of the refrigerator. It is all nice and set. So now we are going to pour this nougat layer over this layer and then put it back in the refrigerator for about another 30 minutes for that layer to set. The half an hour is up for the nougat layer. I'm still leaving that in the refrigerator until we're ready for it. Now we are going to melt our caramels with the 1/4 cup of whipping cream. So as I said, the bag, I found a bag of these little bits. So they are little round, tiny little pea size caramels. So it's kind of cute. I've seen before people have said that these melt faster, easier, or whatever, instead of having the bigger squares. So, but these only come in 11 ounces, so I measured out the other 3 ounces I need. So we're going to do the same like we did with the chocolate. We will put this in there for a minute, see where it's at, and then go in 30-second increments until it's all nice and smooth. And I have to confess, I did actually have a little taste of that nougat layer, and it's really good. It actually tastes like a Snickers. It already tasted kind of caramely, even though it's really not supposed to be, but kind of stuck to my teeth a little bit. It was like, yeah, kind of like a Snickers does. So, interesting to see how the caramel layer, what that's going to do for it, how much more it'll make it sticky, but that layer was tasty. Just like with the chocolate chips, they're just a tad melty, but not really anything. So, go for another 30 seconds. It does seem that the caramels did melt fairly well. I was kind of wondering if they were going to be a little stiff or not, but they did pretty good. Now it's just a matter of getting that whipping cream all mixed in with it. I think I'm going to go just a little bit more to get this caramel just a little bit softer because it's still kind of thick. I don't want it to be that thick of a layer, so I'll try, I think, 10 seconds. Seems a good consistency. It looks like it's all mixed well together. Don't have any evaporated or whipping cream floating on the top. It should spread nicely on our bars. So let me grab that pan. Oh boy. Getting heavy. So there's the nougat layer in there. That's kind of stiff to touch. Be a little pokey if you really wanted to, but so again, we'll pour this on top, and then it's supposed to sit in the refrigerator for an hour to let this all harden up. And then we will put our top layer of chocolate and peanut butter on, just like we did in the beginning for the bottom. Oopsies. Let it sit again, and then we can eat it. Yeah, it should be perfect timing. I need to eat lunch. It'd be just right to have this for dessert. caramely goodness out of the bowl here. Unless I taste it some more. It's covered. Alrighty, nice and smooth. I went out in the garage before, I took some recycling out, came back in the house. It smelled like peanut butter. I was like, oh, that smells so good. So, into the refrigerator for an hour. I will see you then. Alright, one last layer. So, we are going to combine 1/4 cup of peanut butter with 1 cup of chocolate chips. Melt that again until it's nice and smooth, and then pour that over the top as the top layer of our bars. Alrighty. I think I went full power on that 1 minute instead of half power. Plus there's a little bit less chocolate chips, so that worked out at 1 minute instead of 1.5. Well, let me grab my bars. Oof, okay. 2 hands for this now. They're so heavy. Okie doke, we're going to pour this over and let it set for another 30 minutes, and then we can finally taste them. We can try them. I'm looking forward to that. Let's trying to get all the chocolatey goodness in here. Alright, I think I have that caramel layer pretty well covered up. Now, just try to make it a little bit swirly like they do on Snickers bars. We'll see if it settles or if it'll stay in that little swirly design. There we go. Back in the refrigerator. See you in 30. Alrighty, time is finally up. Woo! Time to taste this bad boy. We'll see. It's very heavy. So with parchment paper in there, we should be able to lift it out, put it on my cutting board, and we will cut it up into little squares. Hopefully this will all come off. I did see in my instructions it said to spray the bottom of the parchment paper, and I didn't do that. I'm figuring usually when you use parchment paper and that, it's supposed to also help with the stickiness that it's just supposed to release. So we'll see. Kind of. Top layers anyway. Alright, I also did run my knife under some hot water to try to make this slicing easier, because again there are some hard layers in there with that nougat and caramel. But you can cut this into any shape that you like. So I think I'll just try some little bars. I don't know if I can tell from all the way through. There we go. Alrighty, not bad. Cut right through the parchment paper. But let's see if can I lift it up? Of course, I'm at the wrong angle. I can see the inside in there, but there's the inside. Where's my my box on my camera that's in focus? So we've got some, I don't want that to fall. You can see the different layers in there. Got that nougat layer, got the caramel, got our chocolates, top and bottom. Looks pretty good. It's very heavy. Already, how many hours later? I didn't pay attention to when I started filming. It's 4 o'clock now, but I had to started around 1ish. Our Snickers bars are done. So as you can see, I have a real Snickers bar here, and I have one of each on the plate. So, let's see what we can see. Here's the real Snickers bar. Obviously chocolate top and bottom. It seems to have a little bit of a coating on there, so the chocolate doesn't melt as easily in your hands, but it's got all that nougaty goodness in there. And then the homemade, and that one. So you can see, you know, I've got chocolate on the bottom. You can see the nougat layer, the caramel layer, chocolate on top, but a little bit more chocolate in your hands. Let's see, we'll taste each of them, see if I think it compares. Hopefully I won't get too much chocolate and food in my teeth, but real Snickers bar. Very soft, caramely. Have that want to stick in your teeth type thing. Like what I said when I was testing the nougat layer. Well, that was kind of getting caught. Let's see more of the caramel layers. It gets caught in the teeth. All right, let's try our homemade one. Oh. That was so tasty. I don't know why I'm surprised it's even a little softer. I was surprised the Snickers was soft, but that is softer. And there's like an explosion of taste in your mouth. Chewiness. It's not really getting stuck in my teeth, which I'm surprised. Like again, when the nougat layer did, and I thought adding that caramel layer was going to make it even more stick to the teeth. But having that chocolate top and bottom, having that whole combination, it's not sticking in my teeth. I'm surprised. I mean, I figured it would be good, but I didn't think it would be that. I didn't think there would be that much flavor. That it would be that much better. So even though it took a lot of time, but I have a whole lot of bars here. Again, see what my husband thinks when he gets home. May have my daughter take some into work. They don't eat a whole heck of a lot there. They have a small crew and they eat a small amount. Even when I send just a few, like 14 cookies, it still takes them 2 days to get through them, or whatever, 2 or 3 days. But that's okay. I will share. I'm that way. Anyways, it was interesting to use the fruit fluff this time. I made my own Three Musketeers bars, and I've had comments on that video that to try fruit fluff instead of, I think I used Cool Whip. And so yeah, the fruit fluff worked well, making that nougaty layer where it all was bubbling up and frothing and all that worked well. And then with that, yeah, the marshmallow fluff. That was good. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you tried this at, well, if you try it at home, if you try making this recipe, or if you have already before. Have you made your own homemade candy bars? What is your favorite candy bar? Mine used to be Kit Kats. Well, I love M&Ms. It was always M&Ms. And then it was kind of like I like Kit Kats. But lately, in the last, I don't know, year or two, it seems like the Snickers have been more tasty to me than the Milky Ways and the whatever else. So again, whether they're changing their recipes and just because of the nuts in there and stuff, it gives it the more flavor. But yeah, Snickers is a good one. So I will leave this recipe down below, and like I said, let me know in the comments below what your favorite candy bar is and if you've ever tried to make any of your favorites at home. I'm going to finish enjoying my snack. You guys keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.